Oh hey, my name's TENDO, and on this channel we are on a long journey of thrifting every day and building up our antique vendor mall booth every day. If you're interested in either one of those worlds, antique malls or thrifting, you're in the right place. So hit the subscribe button, turn notifications on, because we do post videos every day, every morning. So watch this video and come back for tomorrow's.
Behold the face of evil, Mr. Crab.
I'm actually starting my day off today at my own mailbox. If I can find my key. No P.O. box today. This is actually something I have ordered. A bag full of something awesome. We'll go to the car and open it up. Gotta check the rest of my mail first. I got way more mail than usual. Now, I wouldn't have ordered these if I'd realized they would be sheets of stickers. That's interesting. That's never happened to me before. Normally they're bags and they don't say. So I'll be selling these a little bit differently. I'll probably just sell the whole pack for X number of dollars. But mushroom stickers, seashell stickers, you're not gonna be able to see them well. I'll show you later. I'm planning on this video pricing these for the antique mall. I am. But like, I had plans like that yesterday too, and things got in the way. Today's actually my grandmother's birthday, so me and JJ will be driving home to have birthday dinner with her. I was afraid of that. If they're in a box, they're usually stickers that are way too small. Not a lot of quality control on this kind of online product. So about 25% of anything I order sticker-wise like that, I just don't even use. I give away because I charge a uniform price, 75 cents a piece, and I'm not gonna charge that if they're little stickers like that, like those Hello Kitty ones were. But I do have to go to Walmart today and buy a new ink pad. My ink pad went dry. I bought one at the bins a week ago, didn't even test it. Tried to do a little pricing with it yesterday, and that pad was dry, so we gotta go buy a new one. And I will stamp these stickers. If it doesn't happen today's video, it'll happen tomorrow's video. Subscribe, check it out. I'll show you my method for pricing 65,000 of something. It's annoying, but we gotta get it done. Otherwise, let's go get a donut or something. I just went to Walmart while we were starting to run low on our baby food reserves, so I went and bought all of it, a bunch. Gonna last a good little while. None of that was going to be on camera, or none of this Walmart trip was going to, but I was checking out and I just had an interaction with a lady. It was so specific to what we do that I thought I'd talk about it while it's fresh on my mind. But I do want to say, before I tell you what conversation I just had, it's so the best interactions that could possibly happen for this channel almost never happen on camera. And sometimes I don't talk about them like I'm about to right now. But she recognized me from some Pokemon content I've made selling Pokemon cards and stuff. And she just came right up to me and just asked, do you still mess with Pokemon cards? And you dummies fell down. And I gave her an honest answer, just not as much as I was when you saw those videos. That was my answer, but still a little bit. And she basically just wanted to tell me the new rules that they've had to implement here at the Walmart in Jasper for Pokemon card limits. And they said they've even had to extend it to Hot Wheels because they've had people coming in, grabbing Pokemon cards to buy and then hiding some to buy later. Okay, this is pretty bonkers, but there's some specificity to it that I think is worth talking about. And I think it lies in the fact that this town is so small. I mean, it's 16,000 people, I think. I don't know if that's city limits or county limits. I've never really looked that close. I think it's city limits, 16,000. And the whole time I've lived here and I've seen them restock Pokemon cards, I went and checked it. I've not bought a Pokemon card from Walmart while I've lived here, to be clear. I have friends that do, but I'm kind of out of that game. I've never once thought of this Walmart or this town as the kind that had that kind of stuff happen. Because back when I lived out in Arizona, you would see lines of people waiting at the Target, at the Walmart for restocking, and it was always intense. It was always people pretty ready to fight. You know, I even saw pretty crazy World Star style internet footage of people local to me in Arizona fighting over the Pokemon cards. But it was nice not having those sort of stalking issues living here, at least in my perception, because, you know, friend of the channel, Reed, goes to buy his Pokemon cards. He doesn't really have to fight too hard for them. So all that being said, what does it take for a Walmart in a town this size to start really limiting people and trying to modify consumers' behavior? And I think it's the hiding. I think the moment they're like, oh, people are hiding these to buy later, we gotta put a stop to this. And that's an interesting answer. I wouldn't have known the answer to that question, but they had that with the cards and the Hot Wheels, as best as I understood the story that I just heard. And well, y'all gotta chill out with these Pokemon cards. That's how I feel. I mean, I'm someone who's been very into collecting in my life, and I think people can't escape the dopamine hit. And I didn't tell you all this to go super negative, but I really do think all of us, myself included, have to really consider the dopamine hit and the effects of it when it comes to things like Pokemon cards or even the thrift hunt. I think we can be guilty of this with the thrift hunt too. I think we can buy stuff sometimes just for that rush and not for any other good reason. But such an interesting interaction. It was unexpected, you know, because honestly, I feel like when I was making those videos, I had more facial hair and I've been without it, and I've had interactions with that woman. And I wonder if she only recognized me now because I have a beard, or more likely only thought it relative to talk to me today because the Pokemon thing happened. But it's just interesting. It's just something to chew on. It doesn't really affect me. I buy used Pokemon cards at yard sales, and I resell them with my antique ball. That's it. I can't, you know, I can't let the 8-year-old me out and start collecting. It's not gonna happen. I'm just not gonna do it. Not the path I'm choosing right now. If I did, though, it'd probably be Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Let's be honest. I love me some Yu-Gi-Oh, but interesting interaction for the day. Trader Baker's Vendor Mall. There's a bird perched perfectly in the center, the top of this building. I'm here at the antique mall to drop off those video games I priced. I'm not gonna work on the stickers right now. I went to Walmart also to get that food and stuff, and also to get an ink pad. Did I say this already? Because my ink pad dried up. I forgot to get the ink pad, so maybe there's one for sale in the antique mall. Doubtful. I'm so stoked right now. JJ is sound asleep. That's not what I'm stoked about. Yesterday, one of the people here said, hey, I've got this wooden shelf. And he tried to describe it to me, and it just sounded like a regular old bookshelf, like something like this, and I'm trying to get away from that and just do wood planks that I can paint yellow. And I come to my booth this morning. Look at this thing. Perfect. Okay. But it's got feet screwed in so I can stand up just like that. I need to take those off, screw it into the wall. And then we've got exact, man, that couldn't be more perfect. Great depth. Freebie. It's an older gentleman that plays Santa Claus. He's probably not into it, but I'd French kiss him right now. Holy crap, let's go. Okay. And then I've got these video games, but I don't really have an adequate, I do have an adequate place to put them. I just realized what it is. Because I said on a previous video, I kind of want to keep the video games with the media and keep the video game stuff over here. And it might flip-flop back and forth. But I do remember now, I actually built this slot here originally to hold some video games. So I think we'll do that right now. Funny enough, I almost said no to that shelf when he was asking if I wanted it. Because I've already got a couple fixtures here that I said yes to that I know I'm eventually going to have to give up. But I'm glad I said yes. And I've been trying to do that. If someone's offering something, I might as well try it. And then I have the ability to haul things off. Get rid of them if they're not going to work out. So, just be the yes man. This is not the most ideal video game situation, but it'll only be this way for a little bit. I think I have 20 new stickers, so let's count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it'll only be another 2 rolls. It'll almost fill out this shelving unit that I built. One of these days, I'm gonna have to just take all the stuff in here that's not yellow and paint it yellow and bring it back. Just all at once, one fell swoop. Okay, today's a huge win. I'm starting off today good. That shelf is amazing. I don't think my screw gun is in the car though, which I really need. You get to a certain age and people no longer ask what you want for Christmas or your birthday. And I live with that. I know it's not coming. I know it's all about what JJ wants for Christmas and birthday now, and that's fine. But if someone did ask me, I need a Home Depot gift card, brother. I would love to invest in DeWalt tools. They're my favorite, but I've had all these Ryobi batteries for years because I thrift them. They still work fine. And I have a DeWalt. I had a DeWalt Impact, but it was my brother's, and I gave it back to him after a while. But I would love to just get a Ryobi screw gun, not a drill, which that is, but a proper screw gun. And then I've been cutting all this wood for these antique molds. I need a Ryobi saw too, wireless. Honestly, I should be worrying about buying it new. I should be thrifting it. That's how I got them all in the first place. All right, now we gotta get all this stuff off. I'm gonna attach this shelf right there. The rest of these screws are just bent. This makes me happy because two of the biggest sellers, CDs, Blu-ray, perfectly viewable from the aisle. That's what we want. That's what we want. That's exactly what we want. And then, I don't know what to do here, but we'll figure it out. Why does this booth all of a sudden look almost more complete than the other one? Pretty stoked about it though. Pretty stoked about it. Now this just looks empty because that back wall. I should probably put DVDs here now, but then that's empty. It's okay. We're figuring it out. We'll leave it like that for now and go home and price stickers. It's Tuesday. That means St. Vinny's restocking day, so that's gonna be our thrift adventure for the day, at least. And as usual on Tuesday, it's hopping. Looks Halloweenish. Jesus. Looks like they've definitely got a new batch of books in. $1.15. That definitely came in a box that's not here. I went back to Walmart. I acquired the new ink pad. Now the problem I have is that the number on this stamp that I stamp all my stickers with is wrong. It's got a 5 on the end that needs to be removed. It's so small, there's no way I show this on camera. And I'm gonna probably just try to X-Acto knife it off, which I hate, but double check I'm doing this wrong. But first we gotta feed the boy, because he's a mess and he hungry. And he loved them sweet potatoes. 738. My booth number was 7385. It was the last 4 digits of a phone number that I no longer have. So it's just 738 now, my booth number. So I gotta carve this 5 off. And so far, I hate it. Oh, it's not easy. I really don't want to mess up the 8. I think I actually already did it. And we're back. This is only about half of my new ones. It's all I could get through before we had to leave.
Huh?
Hello.
How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good, fabulous.
Moving around?
Huh?
Are you moving around?
Yeah, was always this thing was always just a little bit janky, and it was a lot janky.
So when I get those other stickers done, I'll be able to fill up that shelf at least. A bunch of the stickers I ordered were plastic, and so my stamp didn't stick, it just immediately smudged. So I gotta probably, unfortunately, print price tags for those. That's not gonna be fun. It's gonna take a lot more time. I'm not gonna get it done today. This place closes in 45 minutes. So I wanted to get those stickers done and in before tomorrow. But we're moving along. Antique Mall is on the up and up. And there you go, guys. This is sort of what the stickers end up looking like, right? And so you can see the little bit of remnants of the 5 that came after that 8. And it's just insane because I had a toy store where I sold stickers similarly. Well, I guess I could tell the whole story. I sold stickers like this in antique malls for years, all the way back to, you know, COVID times. And in those days, I printed stickers off on this printer back here, and I would cut them all. It took forever because I would cut them and I would put little price tags on the back of every sticker. And that was miserable. That was a miserable amount of work. And finally, one day, I got to look around on Etsy and even Amazon, and there are things where you can custom order stamps of certain sizes. So I found one I felt was small enough to price most stickers. And I've had that, and I only had it for a year or so pricing stickers for my antique malls. And then we opened a toy store. And the cool thing about having your own location is you could just put up a sign that says all stickers are 75 cents and then just ring them up at the cash register. No extra work. And that was lovely, but that's not possible at the antique mall. So I had to go back to rubber stamping. So that's why I had to modify the stamp. And so I sort of did the math the other day, and it's going to be like 16,000 stickers over the next couple months for me to get it to where I planned on it to be. So that's stamp. I'm going to need a few ink pads, I think. You know how like you used to, they'd advertise pencils for like, or pens, this ink pen kit, like, you know, like literally, I think commercials for these big pens were like, you could draw a line for like 3 miles or something like that. I'm sure the ink pads have some sort of advertised volume that you can use them for. And I think this project would be one I could actually test that. But anyways, guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for keeping up with me on this journey to get this antique mall popping. I'm still very into it, very excited about it. I know the content's become a little bit repetitive in it, but I think if you really pay attention to how it looked at the beginning and what it's turning into now, I think the vision's starting to be clear. And I've still got a lot more stickers to go. And I've got comic books. That's something else I'm gonna work on this week. And I got some good ones too. So stick around for that. Subscribe, turn the notifications on so when I do post those videos, you can check them out. Otherwise, we do post daily content on this video. I'd love to see you tomorrow, guys. Until then, peace out.